So I'm going to explain to you exactly how you can pack solid black areas without over chewing skin, without overworking it, without having all these big crispy scabs because you've torn skin to bits. It's a really simple approach. It's how I taught hundreds of thousands now have been through my online training. So I want to give you some snippets of it so you can implement it straight away if you've suffered from this problem, because you really don't have to. Listen, don't mind all the mess. We're putting everything together. We're going out and shooting this first series. I can't reveal what it is just yet because it's going to be quite a while before it's actually released, but it's going to be absolutely epic. But I've just been sat looking through this old diary, project planner, whatever you want to call it, bullet note journal if you want the technical name. This is how I planned out my entire course. So none of it was digital. I started it absolutely years ago, but just have a look at this, because the amount of people that's seen this and like took the piss out of me, because it's all color coded. So the human eye portrait, I wrote all the lessons down, and then, I mean, look, I'd put a key. So I always had planned and scripted the lessons. They got a little red dot. Stencils drawn and saved, they got a little purple one. I'd shot the footage brown, dropped to Josh blue, and then proofed, is that? And uploaded, yeah. So I did everything by hand. There is a massive importance to that, I think. So a lot of people, when they're on the course, I say, look, draw all stencils up by hand. I could have done all this digitally in probably a fraction of time, but I planned the entire business. I did pen and paper, old school, raw. And there's a lot to be said for that, doing things like the right way, in my opinion. And I totally get technology can make things easier and things like that. There's like, not old school, not even traditional. There's ways of doing things that's just worked. When it comes to planning, I think that one thing is just pen and paper, plan. That resonates best with me. You might be totally different and that's absolutely fine. Just same as when you're packing solid black, there's ways of doing things that's worked for generations. And I'll be honest, like now you see so many people that they're trying these different ways, or oh, I've seen so-and-so do it like this, and just tearing people's skin up because they're not just sticking to the basics. So I want to cover with you how to pack in solid black with zero damage. And it's not a fancy new technique, it's old school, raw basics. So let's cover that. There's multiple ways of packing in black. There's multiple ways of doing everything in tattooing, as we already know. You can brush it in and just keep going over the same area. You can cross hatch. But the most effective way that I've found, not necessarily the way that everybody else does it, most artists, if they're just, let's say we're doing a tribal or just a solid square of black, what's the most effective way of just packing that in the quickest time possible, causing the minimum amount of trauma or damage to the person? Because as soon as that needle hits the skin, it is trauma to the skin. So we want to minimize that as much as possible. So how do we do that? Well, we need to be in the area as least as possible so it doesn't tear skin up. We can talk about the needle depth, the machine speeds and things like that. They all have contributing factors. But in this video, I want to cover the movement, because that is where most people get it wrong, I think. So I've got loads of footage. So as I'm explaining it, you should visually be able to see it. But how I explain it to all my students, like I say, there's 10 different ways to skin a cat. We can do the brush shading, we can do the hatching, depending on the needle. Let's just say we're using a Magnum needle for this instance. If I wanted to just solid, where you can't see a pattern, because we've all seen them, the tribals out there, where you can see like lines, and it's because they've done little circles in a row, then they've moved up, they've done another little circle in a row, but you can see that there's a pattern. That to me, that is not 100% saturation, because you can see that there's something there, so therefore it's not done right. The way around it is simple. We do the circles for a reason. With the Magnums, the needles are on top of each other in 2 rows. So as we're doing a circle, it hits every single angle of those rows. So they're overlapping. That's one reason. But we do the circles in a circular motion. So we're not just doing a circle, we're also doing the circle within a circular movement. And then what we don't do is go in rows. What we do is we go in circular motions, we work our way across, we come up a little bit, then we fill that bit in. So nothing is like a pattern apart from the circle within circles. And I feel like I'm saying that like, okay, circle in circles, but just get used to that. Now, is it just as simple as that? No. When you're packing solid areas, the easiest thing, don't matter what method you're using, circle in circles, which is how I would do it, or whether you're cross-hatching, you're brush shading is building it up in layers, going from one direction to another so you don't get them needle marks, is we rush. It is so easy to do. If we've got a big area to do, we do them and it's fucking, we just go off on one. It's like his arm loses control and just shoots everywhere. We avoid that. You have got to have the control and the discipline. Really difficult, especially for those first few years. For some reason, myself included, I just wanted to get the blacks in straight away. And I thought the quicker I moved, the quicker it's going to go in. The quicker you move in, all you're doing is going to tear skin up. It's going to go red straight away. Blood's going to be rushing to the surface of skin. It's going to be pushing out ink quicker than you can put it in. It's going to make your life hard. That 10-minute job to do that area now turns into 30 minutes, 40 minutes, and then you're going to end up damaging skin. There's loads of contributing factors. Slow and steady and controlled. We're doing the circles in a circular movement. Is it most exciting thing to do? No, definitely not. Are you going to probably get bored? If you're doing a big area that's just, yes, you're going to get bored. Before I'd done all the online training stuff and I was tattooing full time, the blackout arms, they were just coming in. They've been around for ages, but they were starting to get a little bit more mainstream. It was like a trend. Obviously we see everybody with them now, but I never did one. And it wasn't because I didn't want the money. I've got a business to run, family to support. I just couldn't face, and I admire people that do it. And that's what they're like passionate about. There's some artists out there that are actually known for just doing blackouts. And there's so many people that can say, well, there's nothing artistic about that. And in one sense, I totally agree. It's not an artistic thing, but fucking hell. Honestly, you try and just sit and black an arm out day after day after day. It's a difficult job. It's almost like they should be on time and a half for the mental draining that it's going to cause. Because to do it properly, you can't just go mad. You've got to do something that's the same thing on repeat, slow, controlled, precise, morning till evening, non-stop. That is the difficult thing. So master the technique. Like I say, circles within circles. There's no pattern. There's no going in rows. You're not going to get, once it's healed, where you can see it, it'll just be fully saturated. But the more important thing alongside that is the control. Don't rush. Take your time and get it right. I hope that made sense and the visuals made sense and you're thinking to yourself, yeah, Ben, I'm going to give that a go on my next tattoo. Whether you're just learning, practice it on the mats. If you're already out there tattooing people, try it on your next customer where you've got an area that's solid black. Come back, let me know in comments how you found it. Don't be coming in saying, Ben, I was bored out of my fucking head, so I rushed it. Yeah, take your time, it makes the difference. It is the patience that is key. In my opinion, when you're blacking something out, patience is number one. You've got to just take your time. You can't rush it, otherwise that's when things go wrong. But let me know. I hope that you found it useful. As always, like I say in all my videos, listen, these videos are to help you. I appreciate every single one of you. If you found it useful, subscribe. The amount of people that watch the videos that are not actually subscribed is over 50% last time I checked. So there's loads of people watching it, but not supporting it. So for those of you that are subscribed, thank you so much. It shows us that we're doing things right. It shows us what direction to take the channel in, what people are enjoying. So thank you so much, as always, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.